The other day, greetings, beautiful beings. The other day, my sister Cho Cho said something to me, and it was such a powerful reminder. She said, "You are the one you have been waiting for." Now, I speak all the time about the magic of life, and I'm going to come back to this beautiful statement that the sister made, but I speak all the time about the magic of life. I go by the name Spirit Lifters because someone who used to be in my life gave me the most beautiful compliment when she said that that is what I do. That's what I do when I speak to people. That's what I do when I write for people. And I had up until that point had written a lot for her businesses and for her family situations, or similar things like that. But I had she would ask me to she would tell me or send me a draft of something that she wanted to say, whether it's for a website or a photo shoot or whatever, and I would you know be able to turn it into something that was pleasing for her. um And as a result of what I did for her and just the sisterly love and exchange, she called me Spirit Lifter. She said, "That's a good name for you." Um, so I mentioned the name Spirit Lifters because what I'm going to share here, you might look and say, well, I thought her name was Spirit Lifters, but she's sharing a lot of sad stories. But at the end of the day, the beautiful thing is that, as I've heard this phrasing in a rap before, a rose grew out of the concrete. A rose grew out of the concrete. And I am in the business of lifting spirits and reminding us and reminding each other of how beautiful we are, how amazing we are, how capable we are. So if I can do that for you, as humbly as I try to be, I have to first acknowledge that in me. And the beautiful thing is that I do. So even though I'm going to share stories with you that may be heart wrenching, I share it, the uplifting part, the spiritually uplifting part about it is that even though I went through some ish like many other people. I don't know if you get to come here on this side of the waters and not experience some ish, but and still I rise, un- and still I rose to greet another day and to make the decision that every day is an opportunity to recreate something new. Every day is an opportunity to reinvent myself. Every day is an opportunity to rewrite my story. Every day is an opportunity. And I look with joy at the prospects of recreating that story. Why? Because I am the one that I've been waiting for. So when my sister Cho Cho said that to me, and going back to the magic of life, Cho Cho and I have fellas that chose to go to Egypt, initially independent of each of us. And we both looked at them and said, "Oh, you're going to Egypt? We are too. We want to go." And we flew, she from Texas, me from the DMV area. We flew all the way to Egypt to meet each other, both sharing the same actually astrological sign. And, there are people that don't believe in it, but I've seen too many similarities not to. And we are truly, truly sisters. So many similarities. And because of that, we are able to support one another as we journey through life. And that's a beautiful thing. Um, she's an amazing artist, and I'm going to introduce you to her at some point. She's amazing, amazing human being, and amazing artist. Um, the magic of life is that we both flew all the way to Egypt to connect as sisters. And months later, we're having a conversation, and she says to me, "You are the one you have been waiting for." Now, that was interesting also because I am a part of a production entitled "We Are the Ones We Have Been Waiting For." And as members of the BAIO, I can say, as a member of the BAIO, and looking at these amazing, talented human beings, intelligent human beings of the BAIO, the ones that I know by name and the ones that I am learning about, the ones who I don't know yet by name or have not committed the names to memory yet, because I do struggle with that. But the ones that I know by name, Holipsism, Brother Umoja, Brother Jabari, Brother Daoud, Brother Ronan Black, and the sisters, Sister Sarah, Salima, Latasha. Don't remember the other names, but I'm learning. I'm learning. Um, but these people of the BAIO, they are the ones that they've been waiting for. They are the ones we've been waiting for. Please check out the website, and I'll definitely make sure that it's linked in the description. So, as someone that I've been waiting for, as the one that I've been waiting for, I again will share some things that are not so uplifting. And you may say, again, her name is Spirit Lifters. These things aren't uplifting. But the point is that I want to remind people. I have to remind other people. I have to remind anyone that listens. And I hope that if this resonates with you, anything that I say resonates with you, you will share it with someone, because we truly don't know what people are going through. We don't know. And even if you are in relationship with people who share and you think they share a lot, trust me, there is likely so much more depth to people. So that's why I know that if I, as a woman of a more mature age, as a thinker, as a spirit lifter, can have can be in need of or always excited to hear another person's perspective, just to add to the quality of my life, just to help me move and navigate through these interesting times or just life in general as someone who has aspirations and who's always excited about going after her dreams. If I, as a woman of a more mature age, can feel that way, of course there's others that are too. Are looking for words of wisdom, looking for tiny nuggets, may have heard the same thing that I am saying before, but for whatever reason, it's it's hitting differently this time. It's being absorbed a little bit deeper, or it's continuing to plant a seed. And that's what we are here to do for each other. We are simply here to plant a seed, not to judge, not to criticize, not to insult, not to spread venom and hatred. Not us, not children of the African diaspora, not us. We are called to a much higher standard and higher calling, people. We are. We are naturally beautiful and talented human beings. We have so much to offer ourselves and one another. So for me, Spirit Lifters Love Life Lessons will always be about, yes, sharing the stories. Yesterday, I shared that I'm a fatherless child and what that means. And I plan to go deeper into that as Spirit dictates because there's too many of us. There's too many of us fatherless children walking around here. Too many girls, young girls, getting involved with young men and not having a clue as to what they're doing or why they're even involved, why they're procreating with people that they don't even know, with people that don't even love them. That's deep. Perpetuating poverty, perpetuating the poverty mindset, creating human beings that don't love themselves because they don't love themselves, because they were fatherless children and didn't really learn what love is, didn't really have models to guide them through life, shepherd them through life, help them make decisions. That's heavy for me. That's heavy for me. And it's always heavy on my heart because I am one of those. I am one of those. But the beautiful thing for me is that I always knew my worth as a child. I always knew my worth. I didn't necessarily have the verbiage, but I knew my worth. My parents did not know their own. They were hurt. They were emotionally battered and bruised. So naturally, hurt people hurt people. They hurt me. I hurt mine. However, I've been breaking those chains. I've reversed that curse. So I want others to know their worth, male and female. I want others to know their worth. I want you to know that you are worthy. I know what it's like to not feel worthy. I know what it's like to not feel worthy. And this is the thing, joy and pain can share the same space, right? I know that because there were beautiful things as my mom was transitioning and becoming an ancestor. There was pain. there, and there were still things happening that was joy filled. There was pain in knowing that she's an ancestor, young, in my opinion, too young to be an ancestor, but that is not my call. But at the same time, there was joy that she was no longer in this space. And because I believe that spirit never dies, it only transcends, there was joy in my belief that her spirit was free from the agony of living on this side of the waters. So, and still I rise, and still I rise, and still I rise because ultimately, this journey I love. I love figuring it all out. This game called life, this dance with thought and action and power based on your thoughts turning into your action and the beautiful results that can come from that, despite where your beginnings are. And still I rise. And as a member of the BAIO, with much work to do, I can say that we as a collective will rise. Peace.